Welcome to another edition of Source Selection Soundbites. Today, we will discuss the history of competition in government procurement. The history begins even before the United States was established. The United States and its colonial antecedents realized early on that competition was necessary to save money, to promote an atmosphere of fairness, and to maintain integrity in the expenditure of public funds. This sentiment led to competition being an integral part of the procurement process from the early colonial days. One of the earliest known references for competition is in 1775, where the Cognizant Committee advertised a requirement, received proposals, and made an award. When the United States was duly formed after the American Revolution, these practices continued. As far as we know, its first direction on public advertising was to receive proposals for mail delivery contracts. In 1809, the first federal statute specifying open purchases, or advertising of proposals, for government procurement was passed. As the years progressed, even though the government procurement practice has continually been tilted in favor of competition, the practice has been continually modified by exceptions. Several factors drove these changes, in particular the pace and role of technology development and innovation. In this new world of innovation and technology, the government's inability to provide design and performance specifications with detail and accuracy diminished the rationale for advertised competition. In 1947, the Armed Services Procurement Act was passed. It permitted 17 exceptions to advertised competition. This trend continued, so that in less than 20 years after the passage of the Armed Services Procurement Act, half of the total DoD procurement dollars were not competitively awarded. The principal reasons for the sole source acquisitions were as follows. 1. Follow-on contracts. 2. A weapon system that had been developed by a private firm without government financial assistance. 3. A single contractor that has a unique technical capability, especially well suited to the program, often growing out of feasibility study contracts. 4. Wartime urgency. And 5. The government wishing to build up industry capability in new areas of weapons technology. In the 70s, studies continued to reveal that competition increased innovation and lowered price growth, yet the number or sole source awards continued to be high even given the known benefits. By the early 1980s, non-competitively negotiated contracts accounted for the majority of government procurement dollars. Even though the government's expressed preference was for competition, there were just too many loopholes. After the Competition in Contracting Act, or CICA, was passed in 1984, agencies were required to justify their use of non-competitive acquisitions. Currently, CICA allows the ability to forego full and open competition using 7 overarching statutory rationales, including 1. One responsible source. 2. Unusual and compelling urgency. 3. Industrial mobilization, engineering, development, research capability or expert services. 4. International agreements. 5. Authorized or required by statute. 6. National security. And 7. Public interest. A contracting officer must justify the agency's intent to conduct a non-competitive procurement using one of these 7 rationales. The rationale must be certified for accuracy and completeness, and the CO must obtain approval at the designated level. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we discussed the history of competition in government contracting and discussed the common exceptions available to COs today. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.